Hello, this is the Timeless Tarot, and today's reading is going to be for the Twin Flame Collective. I have put out a spread, and at the bottom of the deck we have got Three of Pentacles. There is a plan being brought forward, and somebody is preparing to take a leap of faith. Okay, so I've taken the bottom three cards here. We've got Three of Pentacles. This is careful planning. This is achieving what you want through hard work and diligent effort. We also have the Fool, which is taking a leap of faith. It's sort of a step into the unknown. To me, it feels quite an exciting energy. I mean, in terms of energies, these two are quite opposite cards. This is carefree and this is careful. So that's quite interesting. And the third card I took is the Two of Pentacles, which generally for me is a timing card. So in terms of timing, that's talking about 2 years. Let's see what I get if I read them all together. So the Two of Pentacles is sort of biding your time, really. Biding your time, making a plan or waiting for a plan to come together that you can execute in a much more hopeful way. So it could be that the timing has not really been right up until this point. Right, well, you're either in a 2 or a 3 year cycle, I would say, but it could be that you've had to wait in order to be able to put the plan into action. That's what it feels like. So this is for the Twin Flame Collective. This is feeling quite masculine to me at the moment. But, you know, that could change as we go through. Somebody, in any case, has been waiting, put a plan in action to take a leap of faith and take a step into the unknown. So we will see who that is and how that pans out as we go along. In the centre of the reading, we have a hello, wake up. The Judgment card is resurrection and resolution. It's a guided card. I think this is talking about the plan, to be honest. If you have not worked out what the plan is yet, then you're being heavily guided to get on and formulate your plan, I think. Hurry up and make your plan. That's what it feels like. Now, what is crossing that? What is stopping you from making the plan? Is the Eight of Pentacles. This is the card of hard work. It's working on your own, working on your wealth or your health generally. It's another diligent card. Somebody has been working hard. Maybe the hard work has all been in terms of making money. Possibly. I don't know what the plan is for, to be honest. I think I'm going to have to take a clarifier. Oh, these two just fell out. No, these three just fell out. We have the Hanged Man, that's gaining enlightenment. The High Priestess, who knows everything anyway, but is very quiet. And also the World. It feels to me like advice has been given. The World card is it's the ending of one phase and the starting of another. It's the tying up of loose ends. It feels to me like there shouldn't be anything holding you back from making this plan a reality. I do think I need to know what the plan is. Is the plan to try and reconnect? I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to get a clarifier for the Three of Pentacles here. What is it we're talking about? Well, somebody chose heartbreak over getting what they wanted, over having their wishes come true. So these are opposite energies. Often I read the Five of Swords as a 3 and a 2. If it's a 5, it's a battle, it's other people, it's a problem that needs sorting out. If you read it as a 3 and a 2, it is choosing heartbreak. Yeah. So there's either been a problem to solve, which has meant you haven't been able to get what you want, or you've chosen heartbreak, I presume by being in separation, so you haven't got what you want. It's the same sort of thing. It's just slightly different depending on who you are, really. It could be that other people have prevented you from getting the connection you want. And it could be that you actively had to choose heartbreak rather than the connection, I think. And so the plan then would be, well, really, the plan here is, which way do you want to go? Do you want to stay in this difficult, heartbroken situation, or do you want everything, all your wishes to come true? Which way do you want to go? Well, I can't believe that there are many people who'd be opting for this. So it's a little bit, I mean, you need a plan to bring the two of you together, clearly. It feels like you don't, here, to be honest, you know what to do, and yet you're pretending you don't know what to do, is what it feels like. It feels like you still don't know enough, and yet you do know enough. You're being guided that there is enough information for you to know what to do. You're just being sort of stubbornly a bit blind to it, I think. I mean, yeah, he's actually got his eyes shut. This is from the masculine perspective, I think. The eyes are shut and there's no communication coming in. And yet, there's a hopeful new start afoot. There is a hopeful new start, which can get you what you want. So, very interesting, very, very interesting start here. Okay, let's move on. What's crowning the situation? Here we are, not having what you want. And actually, when I was shuffling, this card flew out. It actually flew out with the Four of Wands as well. The two of these cards flew out as I was shuffling, and I carried on shuffling, and they're in the reading. So these are very determined cards here. Four of Cups is not having what you want or not wanting what you've got. Okay, what is it you want? Let's, oops, two flew there. You want an end to the heartbreak. Ten of Wands is coming to the very end of something. It's been hard work, it's been a long slog, but you can see the end and it's near. You're nearly there. Three of Swords, you don't need to be a magician to work this one out. This is the card of heartbreak. You want an end to the heartbreak. Yeah. Yeah. You want an end to the heartbreak and you want your wishes to come true. You want your heart's desire to unfold. So in the Four of Cups, what's interesting here, you're being offered a cup. It could be that you're trying to make it work with somebody else. Maybe, perhaps you're trying to date, but even that isn't working. You've come to the end of it. I mean, I suppose you could read it two ways. You're either going to put the heartbreak behind you and try and find somebody new, or you're going to put the heartbreak behind you and try and get that person back. It's one or the other, and I guess it depends on how you feel. You're being guided, strongly guided. So in your heart of hearts, you will know what to do. You do already know what to do. It's just that for whatever reason, it's easier for you not to do it, possibly, or you're too stubborn. This is quite a stubborn feeling card, to be honest, the Hanged Man. I'll do it when I'm good and ready, and only then if I feel like it. You know, he's determinedly keeping his eyes shut and sort of burying his head in the sand almost. He knows this. I'm saying this is a masculine. This masculine knows what he wants and he knows what he should be doing, but he isn't doing it yet. Oh, that's a little bit disappointing. However, we've got a new start and we've got a leap of faith. So let's cling on to those positive thoughts for now. What's hidden or not clear in the underneath position is death. It is a big change. Actually, in the masculine reading for this month, death was in the underneath position as well. So the masculine is going through quite a big change. I don't think everybody knows about it. It's entirely possible that nobody knows about it. Because death is just going on his merry way here. He's going about making changes regardless of other people, is what it feels like. Now, whether or not the masculine is making this change himself, or whether it's just that it feels that the change is happening to him? I'm not sure, because the whole reading is about making a plan, and this would indicate that there is a change to the masculine. It's either because he's decided to start his plan because he can't get what he wants, or it's that the business of being heartbroken has changed him, or is currently changing things. We also have the 10 of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands, which is the card of resistance. This really feels familiar. I wonder if I had the 10 of Pentacles and Death in the masculine reading the other day. I think I might have done, you know. Anyway, something has to change. The resistance here is about not putting the plan in action, not making the change. But the change is still happening. There's almost no point resisting it because it's happening anyway. Can't get to the happy ever after without making the change. So there's really not much point resisting it. So this is a bit of a problem going on in the masculine's mind, I think, at the moment. Because the 10 of Pentacles is the card of, you know, it's the happy future. It's the happy family, happy home card. That's getting everything you want. So there needs to be a change, and it's to resist or not to resist. That is the question. Whether I should be making a change or not. That is the question. Should I put the plan in action, or should I carry on waiting? Well, what are you waiting for? You can carry on working on your own. You can carry on ignoring the advice, but a new start's coming anyway. It's interesting, isn't it? I wonder how the new start is coming anyway if you're going to keep ignoring the advice. Well, in the past position, we have the twin flame card. You've met your twin flame and you had a connection in the past. Right, so let's do past, present, future. In the past, you had a lovely connection. In the present, you're being told to wake up and do something about it. In the future, we have got a card of stress. And I'm really certain we had that the other day as well. I'm getting a lot of repeating cards here. There's a lot of stress going on in the future. Whereas everything was lovely in the past. Well, shall we have a clarifier for the 4 of Wands? Everything was lovely in the past when you were single and happy. That's interesting, isn't it? Because this is the card of a connection. And this is the card of being not connected. In the past, when you were single and happy, you had a connection. In the future, you've got a lot of stress and anxiety. So let's have a clarifier for the 9 of Swords. You're just waiting. It's like you're waiting for something to happen. The waiting is painful. It's stressful. It's keeping you up at night. This feels quite clearly to me that somebody should be doing something, and yet nobody's doing anything. 8 of Swords. Right, so the future position, we've got the 9 of Swords, feeling stressed. The personal position, we have the 8 of Swords, feeling stuck. In the home position, we have the 2 of Swords, making a choice. What is the choice for at home? What do we need to make a choice for at home? Oh, this card's completely flipped over. 7 of Swords, choosing a battle or sneaky energy. Right, okay. So at home, you might be considering choosing to have an affair or choosing to reconnect in a secret sort of way. And I guess that could link in with this sort of foolhardy energy at the start. It sort of feels to me like other people have made the connection almost impossible. And so what option do you have? Other people are creating problems, so you have to do it in secret? Well, possibly you do, but that is very clearly being suggested to be a choice, which would imply to me that it's not really something you want to do. And even if you do, it's possibly not what the other person would want anyway. In the hopes and fears position, we have the 4 of Pentacles. This is pride. If you're fearing that your pride is going to stop you from reconnecting, it is. If you're fearing that your pride is going to stop you from moving yourself on, it is. Like you've decided that you can't make a change and that's the way it's got to be forever and ever, amen. That's what that feels like. If you could have something a bit more hopeful than that, would be nice. Oh my goodness. That's the Tower has come with it now. Don't cling on to the things that don't serve you. Don't do it. Do what's going to be right for you. Take courage in hand and deal with this. So if you're fearing that your pride is going to create a problem, yes, it is. You're hoping for some sort of rescue is what it feels like to me. I don't know if you can really expect to be rescued though. Oh my God, it's another pride card. It's the Emperor. You're hoping somebody with a bit more power. These are both pride. This is the minor arcana, this is the major arcana. So this is you clinging on tightly to your own beliefs that are not really working and are creating a big problem for you. And what you're hoping for is that somebody can come in and save you. Well, the person who's coming in to save you could be an Aries or just somebody who got more knowledge than you, somebody more powerful than you. You want that person to come and save you. Oh dear me. I mean, that would be fine if we were in a fairy tale, but in fact, this is all very, very I mean, there's nothing frivolous about this reading so far. And yet, the outcome, the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Cups. And again, these three cards fell out whilst I was shuffling as well. So they really wanted to come out. The Wheel of Fortune is working very hard to reconnect a feminine who cut herself off from a man who didn't know how he felt, or an air sign feminine from a water sign masculine. But the Wheel of Fortune here is working with judgment. You know, you're not going to listen to the guidance, then fate's going to step in and get this ball rolling anyway. That's what it feels like. In fact, that is what it is. But I did take some extra cards when I put the spread out. So we've got the Knight of Wands and the Page of Swords. This is somebody who wants to come in with communication. Somebody really wants to come and communicate. This could be a younger man. It could be a fire sign. It doesn't have to be. This person wants to come in and communicate. Send a message. This is texting and emailing and things like that. So the king who doesn't know how he feels wants to send a message. Well, what's even more interesting, I took two others as well. Six of Swords and Six of Cups. You know, this is a partnership that stems from childhood in some way or other. There is some connection with the past between the two of you. And the Six of Swords is moving from a difficult situation to something much better. The Six of Cups is a very sweet connection. One of you needs to move the two of you back together. And I'm saying it in a sort of slightly frustrated way here, because to me it's very clear that the two parties in this situation feel the same, and yet nobody's doing anything about resolving it. And I do understand that other people are in the way, and maybe you're in other relationships, and maybe things are very complicated, and I get all of that. But this is the real thing. Right, well, I need some more clarifier. How is this going to get brought back into connection? Well, the Wheel of Fortune could be fate stepping in. Okay, well, this is quite positive. So we've got the Nine of Wands. This is the wounded warrior. We have the Page of Wands. This is good news. And we have the King of Pentacles. So if you're the masculine in a twin flame connection and you have felt extremely ground down and worn out and upset about this lack of communication between the two of you, this is saying it is time to step up and make communication with the feminine, particularly if you are a Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn. This is very much a masculine card. I've said quite a lot about this king in other readings, so let's just say he's very close to the Emperor. Oh, now that's interesting because we've already got the Emperor here. So perhaps what it is saying, do you remember he came to clarify in the hopes and fears position? Perhaps what it is saying is that the masculine needs to start channeling more of this energy, this positive energy, to bring about a reconnection. The pages are always communication, so we've got two pages now. Could be. The masculine, who's worn down by this, wants to communicate and is going to step forward, particularly if he's a Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn. Do we need to know any more? The struggle is ending and progress is about to start. The Chariot's not going yet, but it's guided and it's about to get going. The struggle is over, I think. I think this has been a monumental struggle, but I believe that that is now ending and it's time for the masculine to actually get things moving. I did say before I felt like perhaps the masculine was waiting to be rescued. I think what's happening here is that, I don't know if you can see these two cards, they look very similar. The masculine in each is very similar. Masculine was hoping that sticking to his guns and his own way of thinking would be enough for him to recover, to keep the two of you in separation. That has not worked. All that's happened is that everything feels like it's blown up for him and he doesn't know where to turn. And so he's had to step into his very, very best Emperor energy. Grab his sword. Channel his King of Pentacles energy and make a move. Because he's not happy. The fact that the two of you are in separation is not making him happy at all. And he wants to be happy. Look, look. He wants this. He's ready for that. Happy ever after. Oh, well, this is good. He's fed up of being on his own. He has an offer to make. It's another page. To his feminine. If you're the feminine half of a divine pairing in a twin flame connection, then the masculine is receiving a lot of guidance to wake up and start to move back in connection with you. Because he wants the happy ever after. And currently everything is feeling like a disaster. And he can't cope with much more stress, I don't think. The truth is he's ready. Oh, it's exciting. I think he's actually finally ready. And I believe that the Wheel of Fortune is going to somehow or other help to bring the two of you into connection. This feels pretty soon to me. Shall we see if we can get a timing card? We had a lot of swords out, which would be days. Oh, brilliant. Anytime. Manifesting, so anytime. If he can get his manifesting powers to work properly, it could be soon. If he's still busy, tangled up, trying to work out how to get to have his wishes come true, then it will take a bit longer. But I'm feeling quite hopeful now. The masculine is now manifesting everything to go in his favour to bring about the connection back together that he wants. Because he hasn't got what he wants. So he's harnessing the power of good fortune and fate. He's manifesting and he's going to have his wishes come true and come back into connection with you. In fact, we've got the Emperor and the Empress, haven't we? And that's the true pairing. That's wishes coming true. That's manifesting wishes coming true. That's having help to get your wishes to come true, and that is the true pairing. Well, I really hope that this time the masculine does manage to manifest what he wants and come back into connection with you. I really hope so, and I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please like and subscribe so that I can read your energy more easily, which will help me to do more accurate readings for you and your situation in the future. And if you would like a personal reading, my information is in the description box below. But until the next time, this has been the Timeless Tarot. Goodbye.